thanks for life. Give thanks for life. Today my life's like the sunrise and bright.
We're back. All right, here we go.
Technology is
Yeah.
high-tech, low-tech society.
Let's get
That's why
this.
it's not working. So we're supposed to be in each other's face and talking to each other and feeling each other's breath. That's why this technology is not working.
Greetings. Welcome. Hey guys, so apologies for if you were here before and we had to cut out. Minor difficulties is all my fault. All right. I accept it. All right. All right, guys. So welcome to Wholistic Lifestyles. I am Ntr Ka. Here we have Dr. Sharita. She's here with us all the way across in the U.S. Hey. For you guys, yeah, I know.
It's a disclaimer. I want to be on African soil, for
sure. For you guys who don't know me, I am Ntr Ka. I've been on a journey of wellness and health and wellness and all that stuff. I've gone to a fruitarian journey. That's where I would mostly consume fruits. I can do that at my will now because I've trained my body to do so. And because of that and being exposed to other people and beings around me, I believe that it's important for us to share our experiences so others can understand the power of our minds and the possibilities that are available to us if we become open to them. So again, thank you, Dr. Sharita. Thank you very much. I open the floor to you. I am honored to have you here on the first show. Thank you very much.
Yes, or it's a very much of an honor to be able to share with our family, with our global African family, wherever you are in the world. We give thanks to the Most High for this blessed day. We give thanks to our ancestors whose shoulders we stand upon, and may they continue to guide us and keep us and protect us and secure us and keep us focused. Awesome. So today, our focus is to talk about what plant-based diet, holistic lifestyle. It's so much that goes under that. So just to sum it up, holistic means whole with a W.
Yes.
It means to be able to bring balance to the mind, body, and spirit, right? And if you want to add some other things in there, your financial well-being, your emotional well-being, your ability to be able to socialize, and be able to serve here as a spiritual being having a human experience.
Indeed.
So we give thanks. We give thanks for that. And with that being said, being here, having this experience, we have been given a temple. We've been given a cathedral. We've been given a mosque, a church, a place, a sacred space that some of us call our body. And in this space, we want to be able to have the spirit dwell in us at the highest vibration. And it's always at the highest vibrations. It's sometimes that we are not in alignment, with it. So it's good to try your best to try to follow the laws of nature, which is being able to take care of this vehicle or this blessed vessel that we have been given to move around on this planet to serve each other. So when it comes down to taking care of the body holistically, we want to look at I would like to look at the spiritual side first, and we can just kind of brief, because I know we only have an hour, so we can just kind of go briefly into things. And everybody has different experience and different meanings for spirituality and things like that. But basically, you want to sharpen your connection with the Most High. Anytime you're out of alignment, whether it's mentally, you're depressed, or you're physically going through physical problems or emotional problems, it's a result that that you are not in alignment with the Most High, with nature, with the Creator, and its creations, and you want to check yourself. So when you're not feeling good, that's indication to let you know that you're not in alignment. So some of the things you want to do is strengthen that that connection with the Most High, regardless of what religion, or you don't have no religion, or whatever your spiritual background is. It doesn't matter. The connection with the Most High is, we all know, we all agree that there is just one, called known by many, many names. And when we are able to keep ourselves in alignment with that, it just takes all the guesswork out of living, makes everything easier.
Yes.
So so that's one. And then you want to look at, because when that's out of alignment, then it can affect you mentally. And you want to look at your mental side. Make sure the things that you're thinking are positive. Try to keep negative thoughts out of your mind, out of your relationships, out of your community. Try to always keep your mind in a positive realm. Now, it's, you know, normal that you have negative thoughts. We do have a lot of negativity in the world, but at the same time, there's an opposite of that. There's always an opposite of that. So whatever mental illness that you're dealing with, think about the opposite and keep your mind dwelling on that, regardless of what kind of turmoil you might be going through in life. Keep your mind focused on the positive. Even if sometimes you got to force yourself. I remember the days I had to force myself just to keep my mind. And sometimes when I can't, I like to just listen to a good word. So I'll turn on different people that speak truth to power, that speak affirmations, and I allow my good food to go into my ears. And just that alone helps me to change my perspective immediately. It's like a light switch. You don't have to wait. You don't have to go through a long journeys of meditation and things like that. You can do it immediately just by changing your thought. Yes. Okay, and then right there, when it's not out of balance, that results into having some physical problem in the body. So now you're starting to have a stomach ache. You're starting to have that shoulder pain. You're having that back pain. You're having problems breathing. You're having headaches. You know, you're having different ailments going on with the body, things as serious as cancer and AIDS, or maybe, you know, what we're going through right now. It might have gotten a hold to you. But again, it's all of not being in alignment. And whenever that happens, we have to start taking notes as soon as possible. So I like to talk about just quickly the 7 stages of illness. And if we can catch things in a very early stage, then we can keep ourselves from having any ailments. The best cure is prevention, because we're not supposed to be sick. The Most High did not put us here to be sick. The Most High did not give us food and all these different wonderful creations that's supposed to be herbs for our body to heal, and foods to help to maintain us and sustain us and give us energy. The Most High didn't put us here to suffer. And we are not supposed to suffer for generation and generation. You don't have to suffer from your grandmother's headache. That's her headache, because of whatever she was going through in her life and what she was able to do to get herself a little bit better than her mother. And then her child is a little bit better than better than my mother. And my children are better than me. And that's the whole thing, is that we're supposed to always upgrade with each generation, because we have more information to work with. So one of the first stages is general fatigue. You're just feeling tired, okay? No reason. You know, you go to work every day, you do whatever, but then these days you're just feeling tired. You're not doing anything extra. You're just tired. The second stage is aches and pains. Sometimes we get up in the morning, we feel that stiffness in our knees, or I remember I was going through a lot of stress. I had serious problems with my shoulder, but being in Barbados, I was able to get in the beach and work out at the beach and got my shoulder right. It was so powerful and so quick. Yes. Just a couple of days, my shoulder, where I was waking up crying in the morning, it was straight. And just a couple of days being in that seawater and just working out. So I recommend that. Take advantage of that, Barbados. Sometimes I'm seeing that our people there in Barbados are not taking advantage of the water. Indeed. Take advantage of the water. Don't assume that it's always just going to be there, or you might not be able to get to it if you're not taking care of yourself. Okay, so also the third stage would be blood stagnation, when the blood is not flowing well, it's not getting to the organs and helping the organs to function the way it's supposed to. And the fourth stage is emotional disorder. Or you might find yourself a little bit emotional about stuff. You respond to things quickly in a negative way. You might feel some kind of depression or despair or something like that. So that's another stage. And all this is happening while we are doing these things to our body that is out of order with creation. So if we are listening to a lot of things that are very negative, got a lot of negative people around us, we're taking in like a lot of noise or whatever it is, you know, that's something that can affect us. So when we get to this stage, this is when we really need to look very serious at our issue before the real problem starts to come. And then the fifth stage is organ disease. Now you've gotten to the point where the organs are starting to have some diseases. And when one organ starts to go, just like a car, when a part starts to go in a car, eventually another part will start to have problems because everything is supposed to be made to run together, to work, to run in unison. And so when one organ is suffering, it's just like a member of the family suffering. It's not just one person that suffers. Everybody suffers when one person suffers in the family. So then you have the nervous disorders. This is when you deal with more like schizophrenia or paranoia or just different type of mental issues where your mind just are just consumed with things that it doesn't need to be consumed with, to the point where sometimes we can go so long with our minds being consumed with something that that doesn't serve us, that it puts us into almost like puts your body into like into a shock. It also messes with your intelligence. It also messes with your intelligence. It takes away your ability to be able to make sound decisions. And sometimes you might have to make sound decisions quickly, and you can make the wrong decisions just because you're not well. Just because you're not well, and your mind is just not correct. And then the seventh stage is just arrogance. Arrogance. You just decided, I'm not going to do anything about what's happening. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm fine. You know, say, yeah, I'm just a couple of pills, you know, from the doctor. I've been taking it for the 5-10 years, and you know, I'm fine. There's nothing going on with me. I'm good. I don't get sick. You know, and you're walking with, you know, a cane because you got a lot of pain in your leg. You know, so a lot of times that, unfortunately, a lot of us, especially as Black people, we get to that stage. And I would say more specifically Black men, because we don't like to get checked out. We don't like to go to the doctor. We don't like to have somebody to sit with us and tell us, okay, you need to take care of this, take care of that. We like to wait till we're feeling a lot of pain or there's an emergency situation before we start dealing with it. And we don't need to do that. That's not how life is supposed to be. We don't need to spend our time trying to take care of our health. We just need to be healthy, so we can take care of the task that we were put here to do. And everybody has one. You're not on this planet just to soak up and just take. It's about reciprocity. It's about giving and taking. And everyone that you do things for, it doesn't necessarily mean that that person is going to come back and do something for you, but definitely you have put funds into your spiritual bank, and whenever you need to cash in on it, you can cash in on it. So you just always be in that attitude of servitude, attitude of gratitude, attitude of longitude, so you can go far. Okay, so what we want to do is get to when you start feeling tired, that's when we want to start. That's when you want to, that's your first indication that something is going wrong in your body. So stop, drink some water, get about a good 3 liters to 4 liters of water in a day, add some lemon to it to help cleanse your liver, help to stimulate the liver, and rest. You might have to take a few days off from work, or that weekend when you planned on going somewhere and do whatever, you worked all week, just take out the time and have a staycation, okay? Stay at home, pamper yourself. Look in yourself in the mirror, give thanks to the Most High that you are here, that you're breathing, that you're strong, that you're healthy. Give thanks. Do more giving praise as opposed to praying and begging. You know how we do, we want this, we want that, but just give praise for what you have. Then that way you're always in that momentum to keep receiving more. But if you're in the point where you want to complain and this is not right, then you're going to just keep receiving, you know, more of that. You know, so take that time to analyze, you know, do some inventory, do a check, do a reset, stay at home, get some rest for a day or two, and ask the loved one around you to allow you to do that. And if you catch yourself in that first stage, I guarantee you don't have to worry about disease. And I'm talking to not you, not me, I'm talking to we, because me, I have always had to make myself slow down because I do so much. And I have elders around me that would just grab me and sit me down and tell me, you know what happened? You know what happens when you don't take care of yourself? You know what happens? I said, you know, but everybody, you can't take care of everybody if you can't take care of yourself. One elder told me when I was in my late 20s, she said, and that's how long I've been just so busy, even before that. She told me, she said, well, you know what? It ain't gonna get done if you dead. I was like, okay, that's straightforward. I mean, that's the truth. It won't get done. Or somebody else, you know, would take it over, you know. So I like to also get people to detox as well. Detoxification is something that you want to do, especially when you first go into like a plant-based diet, or you want to change your diet in general. Or you just need to cleanse every 3 to 6 months. It's good to detox the body.
So would you say, sir, so would you say, you mentioned tiredness and getting time for yourself. What other things would you say would it be associated with that tiredness? I mean, would you say diet is something that's highly contributed to that?
Oh yeah, diet does definitely make a difference. We're eating like lots of sugar, lots of dairy products, a lot of things that build up mucus in the system. All this different meat that has a lot of uric acid in it, and that causes the organs to become hard. It makes it to where the organs are not able to function the way it's supposed to. Of course, sometimes we work long hours and we're not getting proper sleep, you know, so that can happen. And then also you can just have people in your life that just drain you. They just drain you, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it can be your children, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, that's being truthful. I have 6 children. And I remember days, my youngest one is 19 now, but I remember days when I had all of them when they were all young, from 1 to 10, because I had all my children within 10 years.
Yes.
And it's days where it's just like, oh my God, it's just so much to do. And somebody has homework, somebody has to be at a rehearsal, somebody has basketball practice, somebody didn't tell you about their homework and is due in the next 3 hours, you know, and you're working. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes just speaking to those the parents out there that have children and have so much going on, you have to be able to find that balance, you know, with your children, you know, as well. So that tiredness can come just from being just stressed, you know, just being stressed out because there's just so much to do. Not that you don't love your children, love your family, or even love your job, but some things are just overwhelming. And we are humans. And just like a car, you can only drive it so far.
Yeah.
Before you have to change that oil and get it, you know, get it tuned up and do whatever. So it's time for you to do that. When you start feeling tiredness, it's time for you to stop, reset, and tune up. And like I said, talk to the family. Let them know. My children, I said, I walk in the door, say, give me 20 minutes. I go into the room, put my purse down, you know, get myself settled for the day, because I know I probably have to cook dinner or get started with somebody's homework or whatever. And I would just tell them, don't knock on the door unless somebody is dying. If there's no blood, if everybody still has their breath, then please don't bother me. So they knew that if you touched that door, it was serious trouble and it was consequences, you know, because it got to be that serious. It got to be that serious.
I noticed the lives we have are about an hour, so there's some questions that are really pending, and I want to get them to you. So if you can give me at least 3 questions to throw at you, so you can get at them, we can go forward from there, if that's fine with you. In terms of a whole food, plant-based diet, we have a question coming in from Mr. John from the Nation. He's asking, so he's saying, in an environment where there are so many toxins and pollutants compounded by the high cost of vegetables, is there a balance that's acceptable between meats and vegetables that would be redound to one living a healthy lifestyle? So is there a balance between eating plants and vegetables and meats in your opinion? What is your take on that?
I don't see it as being a balance. I'm gonna go towards more of the 100% plant-based, just because one, I grew up that way. It actually saved my life. You know, I had serious respiratory issues, and I got to the point where I can play sports and dance and all those different things. So I know it had a lot to do with diet. Taking in meat, I mean, there's so much to talk about when it comes down to taking in meat, but because of what meat does to the body, regardless of whether it's organically raised, because you
Yeah.
can't have an organic chicken or a cow, because if it's organic, it's supposed to have roots, right? So,
Mhm.
but organically fed, you know, chicken and cows and all that stuff, that it doesn't matter. You still taking in that uric acid into the body, you taking parasites into the body. So a lot of times we're looking at it to get our protein and maybe some
Mhm.
nutrients, but we are getting our protein actually through the plants. Okay,
Right.
and because
That's
every
right.
animal that most people eat are vegetarian animals, and they're very strong animals, and they're getting their strength and their nutrients through the grass, through the plants. So I don't agree that you can find a balance between the two, but at the end of the day, everything is your choice.
Yes,
I,
indeed.
I to give people choices because I know what has worked for me. I know what works for my client. I see people who are sick. I see people who are athletes that just want to be at the top of their game, and they went from being vegetarian, I mean, from being meat eaters to being vegetarian, and you can see them like double and triple and quadruple their results when it comes down to their sport, you know, to their
Yes.
competition, to be at the top of their game. There's something called Game Changer on Netflix. It's a really nice one to watch because you see the scientists do the experiments, you know, with the different athletes, and it's amazing the results. It's also amazing to see when people get off of drugs and things like that. You can see um, the difference, and they just stop eating meat. My father-in-law was somebody who eats pork and all this stuff every single day. Had a couple strokes. We were there to help him recover, and he recovered so fast. Not by the day, but by the moment. From the morning to the evening, we was watching results with him just because he was doing plant-based, lots of greens, lots of berries, and things to help his situation. He's 91, so
Mhm.
somebody that age can bounce back that fast. Then just imagine somebody who's much younger. Yeah, so I don't, but no, I don't see that there can be a balance. But everybody has to listen to their body and
Indeed.
do, you know, what's best for you. But and another reason of not taking in animals is more spiritual as well. For myself, you know, thou shall not kill. So in order for you to eat the animal, you have to kill the animal, or somebody has to kill it. So you're accomplice to the to the
No,
crime.
there's some people going to say that you're killing plants as well. What are you going to say to them?
No, but no, you're not killing plants because the plants are still alive. The enzymes are still alive when you eat it. And why do you think that the animals are eating it? Because it's live. It's something that's giving them nutrients. So no, you're not killing the plant. And then even when it comes down, now you might kill it by overcooking it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be trying to eat a lot of our food as raw as possible. So yeah, if you're overcooking it, then yeah, you're killing it. What you're killing is the nutrients, which is what you need for your body.
Awesome. I have another question from a Devet Reed. She wants to know if a plant-based lifestyle can help you to improve your sleep and aid you with acid reflux.
Yes. Now, it definitely can help improve your sleep, but I would say that to take a detox at first, especially when you first coming into this lifestyle, cleanse your body. Well, just something simple. I mean, there's a lot of detox out there, but basically it's cleansing the toxins out of your body. You cleansing your colon, your kidney, your liver, your spleen, your bloodstream, your lungs. You have different herbs that you can take with that. And then during that time, you're doing only live foods, only foods that are not cooked or processed.
Yes.
So fruit juices and things like that. So you want to do that a minimum of 7 days, up to about 90 days, depending on, you know, what's going on with you. So do a strong detox, and then that right there is definitely going to help with your sleep alone. And then it's also going to help with the acid reflux because basically it's kind of resetting the stomach. It's resetting the digestive tract. So you're helping to cleanse out things that are causing the for you to have is that's causing the acid reflux. So detoxing the body, going vegetarian, and not just going vegetarian because some people are starchitarians. Some people
Yeah.
eat lots and lots of starch, You know, lots of potatoes, lots of yams, lots of rice, lots of bread, you know, lots of flour, and they don't balance it like with the fruits and the vegetables and things like that. So just it's not just plant-based, it's also making sure that you're eating foods that are very highly nutritious.
Indeed.
High alkaline foods. Yeah.
Awesome. And then this is a very powerful question I have next. I'm not sure how you're going to deal with it. This question is from William. He's asking, does eating meat change your genetics? What's your take?
You know, that's a good question. I remember when you told me that was going to be, and I thought about it. Now, I'm not a geneticist, so I'm not going to say yes or no.
I hear that. Yep.
Over periods of time of doing the same thing from generation to generation to generation, definitely it has to make some kind of changes, you know, in our body, which is the reason why we inherit certain diseases, right? Indeed, so we don't have to inherit high blood pressure or inherit that cancer and things like that, because the inheritance is really the lifestyle and the diet. And then of course you're going to have the same results, you know, in your family. So in a sense, yeah, it's changing the genetic code in some way, especially when it comes down to dealing with your different organs and how they respond to the environment.
Yes. Awesome.
But the other thing is that you will know a difference when in personality wise. Okay, you can see that a person that is eating lots of meat, they might be a little more aggressive, not stronger, not necessarily stronger, but more aggressive. You see, it can change your body makeup, because say if you're eating a lot and then you become obese, a person that has a lot of weight on their body also mentally is dealing with a lot of baggage as well. They're holding on to a lot of different things, you see. So, or if a person is having like really bad skin problems, you know, a lot of breakout, you know, it's a reflection of the liver, and the liver itself is connected to the emotion of fear. You see, so it depends. These things can make a difference, because even somebody who eats lots and lots of sugar, you can see, have somebody who's addicted to sugar, try to get them to go off of sugar for 3 days. You will find a monster. You will see a monster, because the withdrawals symptoms that you go through is so deep and so serious. So yeah, your genetic code, yeah, maybe, but definitely it's changing, making changes in the body, and because you don't have to deal with what's inherited, you can just go and change what your grandmother used to do. So stop eating certain things, and then things will start to change for you.
You are what you eat.
Yes, you are.
Indeed. I have.
I kind of like that same time. I'm not a carrot.
Let's just call it good energy. You're good energy. Good energy.
I don't look like a cauliflower.
You mentioned the liver not long ago, and I know that you are also involved in ideology. Could you tell us a little bit about that and how you can use the eyes to identify certain illnesses someone may have?
Yeah, so basically, the iris, the brown part of the eyes has is like a map to the body. Sometimes they might say a map to the soul. And basically, as an iridologist, you're able to look at that map and see where what's going on in the body. So I can look at your the different systems, your digestive system, your respiratory system, your sexual reproductive system. I can look at your lymphatic system, your circulation, your skeletal system. I can see all those different things in your body. And I can see whether it's stressed or if it's under some kind of deterioration. I can also see if it's something that's regenerating. Maybe it's something that you've been suffering with and now you're getting better from. So we're able to see things even before you start seeing things on the x-ray. So even before you start to feel symptomatic. So we're able to catch things like very, very early to say, okay, it looks like your hormones are a little out of balance and you need to do this, that, and the other. to help keep everything in balance, because if you don't do that, then it's going to lead to fibroid tumors, or it's going to lead to heavy menstrual pains, or just endometriosis, or just different things. So we're able to catch it before you actually go into that. So with iridology, you're able to use it as diagnosing, and then from that we help to put people on programs according to what we see.
Awesome, awesome. You mentioned something just now, and it perked my eyes because I've done some research on the topic already. And you said PMS, the women's period. Have you found any connection to the consumption of meat or a plant-based diet and the connection to the menstrual cycle?
Oh yeah, definitely. When I was younger, I had a personal experience with that. I used to like to eat a lot of ice cream, and I mean, talking about regular dairy ice cream. And every month I suffered. The first 2 days of my menstruation, I was in the bed, just throwing up, crying in pain. And my father would keep saying, he's my first teacher. He's a healer for over 60 years, Dr. Paul Goss. Shout out, pops. He used to say, look, stop eating all the ice cream. Stop eating all the candy. Stop doing that. So, oh, okay, whatever. So then finally I said, I was suffering so much, I said, okay, I'm just going to stop. I'm going to stop this ridiculous habit. Stop giving these people my money on this side. And so, because I'm going to have to give them much more money on the other side when I got to get surgery and take pills, right?
Yes.
So I went ahead and stopped. The very next menstruation, I was having discomfort, but I didn't have to be in bed. I was able to still move around, and then by the second day of the menstruation, I just felt normal. You see,
Yeah.
I didn't bleed like 5-7 days and things like that. It just was the normal 3 to 5 days,
Yeah.
and it got lighter. You know what I'm saying? But it was immediately. So the dairy has a serious, because it has a lot of hormones in it,
Yeah.
and it's throwing your hormones off. So
Yes.
you get immediate results if you have PMS. Or hormonal issues in general, you get immediate results by going plant-based.
Yeah. And then just tagging on to that, people who have PMS, menstrual cycles, they're losing blood, and there's a concern of losing iron, so becoming iron deficient. What would you recommend in dealing with that situation?
We can always do beetroots, take it and juice it, or take it and add it to your salad, or make a nice little saute dish. What I do, like a ginger beets with carrots. You can do dandelion. Dandelion is really good with bringing up the iron, especially the root of the dandelion. A lot of times we eat the leaves in our salad, or we might put it in a juice, but the root is really high in iron. And then a lot of the green leafy vegetables, especially if you eat them raw, like kale and
Yes.
spinach and things like that.
Yeah.
Callaloo, those things are really high in iron. And moringa, if you're able to get moringa wherever you are,
Yes.
whether it's something that grows naturally in your area or it's on the market, moringa is really, really good with bringing up the iron levels.
Yeah, awesome. I've also worked with clients who have had similar issues, and moving them onto a plant-based diet, increasing their greens, and they've come completely off of all kind of supplementation for iron as well. So in my experience, the diet is key. Let food be thy medicine, for sure.
Yes. It's just try it. I just tell people just to try it.
Yeah.
People want to go back and argue, and they want to make food so political, because it is political. Non-GMO, organic, gluten-free, cruelty-free. It's so many labels on food these days. If you're buying in a package, it's ridiculous, and it's a lot of confusion. But if we just go back to the basics of just taking a seed, like everybody today, when we get like right now as we're talking, find a seed. You're going to eat a fruit or some sort of fruit today. Get a seed and just go outside, plant it. Just do it.
Just get a
seed. Just all do is do it. And then get with your friends and you guys say, okay, I got tomatoes over here. You got beans over here. I have garlic. I have onions.
Yes.
Let's just all grow things together, even if it's just one thing. And then even if you don't have a yard, you have an apartment, you can take a water bottle and then cut it out and then put some dirt inside, drop a seed in there, let it hang, in your kitchen. don't give yourself any excuses. This is the way we're going to be able to change what's happening today. This is the way we're going to prevent what we're going through today. There's still more to come.
Yes.
And if we want to prevent ourselves from going through this over and over and over, we have to go back to step one. We have to go back to ground zero. Yeah, so put a seed in the ground and plant something. Put some water on it and take care of that, and then take care of yourself.
Awesome. I have another question I think is important. This one is coming from a Mr. Riley. I have underlying health issues. How will changing my diet to a plant-based diet affect my body with the medication I'm taking? So what would you recommend with persons who are taking medication who maybe want to transition to a plant-based lifestyle? And
I would definitely recommend that you get a consultation from a professional holistic health practitioner. So I don't know where he is, but we can probably try to help him find somebody, because when you're on a lot of medication, there's more information I need to know. But I will say, when someone comes to me and they're on a lot of medication, say for example, high blood pressure, they're taking medicine for high blood pressure and they've been on it for 20 years. And so their thing is that I've been the doctor saying I have to take this for the rest of my life, and a lot of times they're getting stronger and stronger dosages. Well, one, I would tell them, okay, plant-based, let's detox the body first. Let's go at least 14 days doing that. Know that after that, you're going to become plant-based. At least 50% of your food is going to be raw, live foods, and you're going to do a lot of juicing and making sure that the person is drinking lots and lots of water. And then the herb that they would take will be a combination of cayenne pepper and garlic. In capsules, right? It doesn't have to be capsules; it can just be in your food or whatever. But just for this scenario, so the person would take their medication. Well, they would take the garlic and cayenne capsules every single day. This is for 30 days. We're going to wean you off your medicine for 30 days, over 30 days. So every day you're taking the 3 capsules of the cayenne and the garlic. Your medicine, the first week you're taking it every day, 7 days. The second week you're taking it for 4 days. The third week you're taking it for 3 days. The last week, 1 to 2 days out of that week. The whole time, again, you're taking the garlic and cayenne. By the time you get to the 30th day, you should be off your medicine, on your new diet, on your new exercise, doing your affirmation in your meditations, drinking your water, and sticking to the program that's going to help heal you, not the program that you've been on that's been killing you. So now you're going in the other direction of healing. You know what I'm saying? The body doesn't get worse, it gets better. And you will see, you're going to start seeing a difference in the first week, right? You're going to start seeing the difference in the first week, but it's going to take you 30 days to wean yourself off. Now, I'm saying because this is something I do with my clients, but because we're here live and I can't see the person, I can't ask him a lot of questions, I don't recommend that he just do what I just told him to do just now. I recommend that he get in touch with a health practitioner so they can get more details about, his lifestyle.
Okay. Now, this is the question. We are living in this time where we are having issues with where we are. What are some alternatives to vaccinations? Where are you on that side of things?
I don't do vaccinations in general. I've never been vaccinated myself. My children, 6, and never had them vaccinated. So because I believe that the Creator has given us what we need in order to be able to fight off different ailments. It's just that we are out of alignment. So the whole thing is get yourself back in alignment. Eat foods that are going to heal you, not kill you. Eat foods that are going to give you strength and nutrition, and not something that's going to deteriorate your body, for one. So definitely plant-based. Drink lots of water during this time. Put lemon inside. Do a lot of ginger. Ginger is really good for catching. It's high in zinc, and it's good for catching things through the nose and the mouth before it gets into the body. Okay. Do cayenne pepper. Put it in your food. Put garlic in your food. Do turmeric and things like that. The whole reason why we're dealing with vaccinations is because you want to build up immunity against a particular disease. Why not just build up your immunity, period, against anything? Because you never know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no real warning about this thing coming. It just all of a sudden it just breaks out, and then now it's all over the world. Supposedly, it's all over the world. So, so the thing is that regardless of what has come out here, because people say it's a conspiracy theories, and if they put it here or it came from an animal, it doesn't matter how it got here. It's here, and whether we feel like man is doing this or this is something that nature is doing, it's still happening to us, the human race. Our breath is under attack in so many different ways. I was just there in Barbados with the volcano. We had, that was another thing that was attacking our breath. So we got to deal with COVID, and we got to deal with the volcano ash. Couldn't go outside and you couldn't breathe in it. It's something. And then over here we got the police with their foot on our neck. You know what I'm saying? We're wearing a mask, we can't breathe. Everything is attacking our breath, and breath is life.
Breath of life.
Breath. We have to pay attention to the lesson that's being put in front of us today. We can't ignore the lesson, because when you ignore the lesson, then the blessing will never come.
I hear that.
It will never come. So we have to pay attention to how we got ourselves, the whole planet, the whole human race. Come on now. So we all agreed to this at some point in time. There was an agreement to what's happening with us right now. And that agreement started with you yourself. When you wake up in the morning and you go into your kitchen, and instead of drinking some water or taking some fruit, you're taking some bacon and eggs and pancakes and all these different things that's going to make you tired by 11 o'clock. Then you're going to be annoyed and irritated. So you can't work. You can't get along with people. You see? And then it just keeps going. Then we mistreat each other. And I always say that all the time. My children, they laugh at me like, COVID hasn't changed nothing. COVID ain't changing nothing. You would think that people will start, changing their ways, and some of us are. But we have to pay attention to the times and how we got into this point, and look at ourselves individually. That's the only way we're going to change this, is by looking at the enemy in our inner me. We have to deal with that enemy first. That once we deal with it, then we'll be able to change everything, change this whole perspective, this whole paradigm. It'll be a total paradigm in our favor.
Yes, I. And I know we probably don't have a lot more time left. So what would be your number one thing for advising anyone on a holistic journey and dealing with the times that we are in right now? If one thing that they can take away from this meeting.
One thing that everybody can do right now is drink water. Drink water. Drink plenty of water. Make sure you're getting at least 3 to 4 liters, or a gallon of spring water, or some places they call it mineral water, not the still water and all these other kind of fancy waters. You just want spring water, because spring water actually comes directly from the source. Okay, and there's nothing. It's just bottled. And then even better is coconut water. That's something that you can't go wrong with. Coconut water is the best water, and it gives the body so much light. And you don't have to drink as much to hydrate yourself as well.
Indeed.
Water. That's something we all can do right now as we're speaking. We can drink some water and let that be part of our everyday lives. Do not miss, just become a fish.
Awesome. That was brilliant. That was wonderful. I know these lives are normally an hour, and I think we're coming up to that right now. And I don't want it to cut us right off. I think that we just barely brushed the surface, and there's lots more we can engage in. And I am thankful, and hopefully we can do this again in the near future. This has been very enlightening. I hope that the viewers have taken the information and they will start to run with it. We are in the age of information. Empower yourself with knowledge. Peace, love, and strength. I am thankful. Look out for new guests every Saturday, guys. Thank you so much, Dr. Sharita. Again, keep doing the good thing. Keep fighting the fight. We need to share this information, people. As another thing, the only way we're going to make change is if we share. We need to share this information. and then we're going to raise the vibration and everything. You know, I mean, everything is what is fine. You know, in my opinion, everything is fine right now because everything is balancing itself out. You know what I mean? If it wasn't, we would be gone from here. But we are transitioning and making changes, and I'm very thankful. Peace, love, and strength. Welcome, and we're doing this for the next couple of weeks, and I'm excited about it.
Congratulations and more power to you, and keep it up. Keep it up.
Awesome.
Keep strong.
Peace,
keep moving forward. All right. Peace.
All right, guys. See you guys. Thank you. Peace, love, and strength. See you guys next Saturday. We have some more special guests coming. Look out. Trust me. Look out. We got some more things coming up. Peace out.
Peace.